Hi, everybody. Let's get started. All right. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but Holy Spirit, I just thank you for everybody here with me. Thank you for connecting us in this way, and I ask that you would just reveal truth, bring peace to every heart and mind viewing this video, and bring to the forefront of their mind exactly what they need to know, exactly what they need to feel, hear, see, do. Just the perfect guidance that they need to step forward with confidence. Life can be so challenging, and I'm just grateful that we have access to supernatural peace and love. So we just bind everything negative. We bind anything that exalts itself against the true nature of who you are, Holy Spirit. And I loose your supernatural love, joy, and peace to flow through every fiber of every viewer's being. Body, soul, spirit, heart, mind, will, and emotions. Thank you. Okay. All right. What are we going to do? Let's just let Spirit decide the topic. Yeah? Let's just pull one card and see what the topic of discussion will be. Four of Swords. So this is a card about mental peace, rest, relaxation. All right. So that is what our reading is going to be on tonight. It's how we can foster just emotional equilibrium, like just balancing of emotions. If somebody's stressing or obsessing or just ruminating, how can we just bring it all down, bring it all back to center, and just breathe? Right? We got this little meditating tiger right here. Okay, so this is going to be our topic for this evening. So when it comes to peace, mental, emotional, spiritual, just complete nervous system. What's the word? What is the word? I don't want to say recalibrate, but I always forget the word. Regulate. Regulating your nervous system. All right, Holy Spirit, what deck do we need to pull from? Well, let's get one more kind of topic of discussion. What can we narrow it down to? This mental peace, this relaxation, this need for rest in regards to what? Oh, we got two cards. Ooh, how would I describe my relationship with myself in one word? And who do I feel most myself around? All right, so this topic is going to be how to be at peace with embracing your authenticity, your real, true, authentic self. Because how would I describe my relationship with myself? Are you comfortable with who you are? Like totally stripped down, raw, without any pretense, without any mask? And who makes you feel safe to take those masks off? Right? So this is all about radical self-acceptance. I do have some self-love decks, so let's grab a few self-love messages. I am becoming the best version of myself. I love that. That you can rest easy in the knowledge of just you're showing up. You're waking up every day. You're showing up for life, being you. I think we'll do one of these. It's another message meant to reach my viewers right now. Oh. Keep going. There we go. Maturity. Says, I make peace with the tough relationships of my past. I probably would have skipped the pain they came with, but I'm grateful for the lessons they brought me. Because of those tough relationships, I can look back at the mosaic of my life and see value in even the most broken pieces. Internet stalked my exes. I really dodged a bullet. That's actually fucking interesting. I recently had to deal with online harassment stalker, like literally every day for 3 months. And then, of course, there's people where you feel like, oh, they're the one. And then you realize, oh, I dodged a bullet. So there's that realization, too, and both those points were touched on. So, yeah, so I guess there's coming to terms with, failed attempts at relationships in the past and what you can take away, what lessons you can take away from that. And that each lesson from each failed attempt is actually a piece of this puzzle that you get to put together and piece together to understand yourself more fully. So that's also speaking to, being able to come to terms with yourself and who you are fully, even your innermost thoughts and desires that you wouldn't necessarily have out there on display for everyone to know, especially when it comes to your secret hopes and dreams and wishes, when it comes to singular love and connecting with someone who feels like home, only for them to turn around and deny the connection, or you find out everything that they presented was a lie. We have all these unspoken expectations, I guess, or hopes, and more often than not, they're left unfulfilled, but not worthless, because there's always a lesson you can take away from those painful experiences. So, no matter what happens, we are constantly evolving, leveling up, never staying stuck. That at least you're not stuck in the past. You can look back to the past and integrate what you learned into learning how to be more self-accepting and compassionate with yourself, to enable forward movement from a peaceful stance, and be able to be self-aware and reflect and really go deep within and understand that no matter what, you're constantly growing and changing, evolving, and becoming better and better every day, right? All right, cool. So it's so funny when I line these up, because I have no plan. I'm just, I don't know, anxiously moving things around. We're actually going to go ahead and move into a little tarot spread. So I'm just going to set these aside to remind me that we're talking about being at peace with who we are. Let's stick this little guy under here. Who do I feel most myself around? How would I describe my relationship with myself? And I'm becoming my best version of myself every day. And accepting the past, right? And being at peace with past relationships. All right, all of that being said, I'm being drawn to this deck. If I can get it. There we go. All right, Holy Spirit, what do you want to show my viewer in the past? Show me a clue about the past that will play into the overall message. We have the Nine of Wands. Okay, what about the horizon? What's coming up on the horizon? You have the World. I don't know what is going on with this focus on this. Show me the bridge, the road between the past and what's coming. Ooh, Knight of Wands in reverse. And the Mountain, please. Ten of Cups is your mountain, and the sunrise. Sunrise, sunrise. King of Wands. I like that, because this is telling me you've been dealing with a little fuckboy energy here. someone who's insincere and player energy, and this is somebody who's, they're both, so wands is the suit of passion, and these are both very magnetic, attractive, like, whew, hi, hello, masculine energies. But this one is totally immature and not in their, not operating from their light. They're operating in the shadows, and they're not facing their truth. They're stuck in a loop of choosing comfortability and their same playbook, their same, just their same shit, you know? And this one is more evolved, same attractive. Like, if you think this person is hot shit, just wait till you meet the King of Wands. It'll make the one who got away, or the bullet that you dodged, it'll make them seem like chopped liver, you know? This is real attractive, divine masculine energy here. All right, not that this is supposed to be a love reading, but this is what I'm picking up right now. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. So someone out there, someone watching, may be experiencing some kind of sadness. I just keep feeling, from when I read this card right here about like bullets dodged, I feel like you may be disappointed, like you may have, you know, these past relationships, I guess this is going to be a love reading, guys, sorry. But these cups, the Four of Cups is all about like these spilled cups, right? Like somebody's focused on the negative, and yet the universe is trying to bring in something better than you ever could have imagined, but they can't see it because they're so focused on the disappointments of the past. And just look at the energy of this card. They're just licking their wounds, you know, just in self-isolation, totally just down and out and sad, and probably ruminating on past failures and wondering why can't I have love? Why can't I have my cup be full like so-and-so, Joe Schmo over there, you know? I don't know why my video is fucking up like that. Do you see the little glitches? That's okay. This won't be for long. I'll get my setup back soon. Yeah, and then here we have emotional detachment. The Empress. So somebody feels like they missed out on the love of their life. This is like the ultimate feminine, like super creative, nurturing, loving, kind, like the whole package, hot, all of it. So somebody was viewing someone as the one, but they're just swimming in disappointment. They're emotionally detaching and just licking their wounds. So I think what your key takeaway is to take your eyes off of the bullet. Honestly, there probably was a bullet dodge, that person that didn't work out, and to put your eyes on yourself and to learn how to be at peace with who you are and to be at peace with what unfolded in past relationships, right? Okay, let's dive into the past. So, in the past, now time is fluid, right? So, past could be 5 seconds ago, it could be 5 weeks ago, 5 days ago, 5 years ago. We have the Nine of Wands. This is an energy of standing your ground. So, at some point in the past, we're going to look at when you were like, you've had enough, you know? And we're going to draw one of these cards. What can you show me about the past? Five of Swords. This is battles, conflict, fighting. Okay, so standing your ground in regards to some kind of conflict. What else? You know what? I'm hearing this deck. We're going to pull from here. What is this battle and conflict in the past? Who is this involving? About finances? Okay, so there's some kind of fighting, arguing, conflict in regards to money, courtship. So this could be a partner, someone you dated, someone you're married to. There's some kind of constant battles and fights over money. One more card. Message of concern. Wealthy man. yeah, I think there was something a feminine found out in regards to finances, or some kind of shared wealth or something between the two people, and there it caused a lot of fights. So something was discovered, there were a lot of battles, and you had to put your foot down and say enough. We're partners. I'm not a child. We're in this together. I fucked up, and let's fix it. So there's an energy here of some kind of argument, some kind of battles, like constant fighting. I believe it's over money in regards to like a marriage or a partnership, and someone found out something that someone was trying to conceal, and it brought about just all kinds of battles, fighting, conflict, and which then led to you needing to put your foot down and stand up for yourself. And we have a new beginning on the bottom of the deck with the Fool. So that's what's being highlighted in the past. So keep that in mind as we move on. In the future, in the near future, you have the World, which is all about fulfillment, completion. This is really good energy just around the corner for you. Hello. Do you work in the morning?
I work at 12.
Oh, okay.
I lost my key again though, so I'm gonna find it before I go.
My son watched his motorcycle key earlier, and now he lost it again. Is it in the ignition of your bike?
I'm glad to say that I have broke that habit.
Good.
Just don't know where it is.
You can look for it tomorrow.
I'd rather look now, so I don't do it in the morning.
Okay, so coming up on the horizon is the World. Fulfillment, travel, completion. Let's find out. What is the World here? Or just on the near horizon for my people. Oh wow, we have the Star. This is my card. I'm an Aquarius. Haha. I love the Star card. This is about hope and renewal, just really shining and standing in your power and just kind of reclaiming things. It's like a repairing things after the tower, after everything's gone to shit. So this is like the hope of a new beginning. What else can we know about this fulfillment in the near future for my viewer? Wow, a complete turnaround, a complete recovery, because this typically means destitution, being broke, left out in the cold, being rejected. But upside down, it means a recovery from all of that. So it goes hand in hand with the Star card. Like this is better finances, better luck in love, total recovery, a total turnaround of your luck. This is really, really, really good. One more card. King of Pentacles, but in reverse, this is somebody who's definitely not trustworthy. This represents failure. It represents failed business. This is masculine energy that's materialistic, unstable, corrupt, cold. No substance. Basically no substance. This is someone who's like keeping up with the Kardashians bullshit, They don't care about depth. They don't care about truth or honesty or growth, or they're definitely not somebody who can look in the mirror at themselves and see where they need to, improve or grow or change in any way. Their shit doesn't stink, basically. So there's some kind of fulfillment around the corner involving this masculine. But better health, better finances, total recovery, and like the Star. I wouldn't want to go back to somebody like this, though, so I don't understand the connection here. We'll find it, but bear with me. Yeah, hope, renewal, creativity, inspiration, generosity, healing. Yeah, there's healing and fulfillment and a total turnaround with a masculine who's totally fucking toxic. I want to know more about this King of Wands, or King of Pentacles, I'm sorry. Oof. And then on the split, we have the soulmate card upside down. So this is someone that you've separated from. This is probably that bullet you dodged. Somebody that you thought was the one, that you thought was your soulmate, or like a twin flame, or like a divine partner. Yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune, you're like, I can't believe it. I've met the one. And really, they're not. They were just playing games. Yeah. Taking your power back. Devil energy. Emperor in reverse. This person was just using you and playing games. But you recover from this and you find fulfillment here coming up very soon, just around the corner. So that's what this means. Is thankfully I looked at the split in the deck and it showed me like the upside down soulmate card. So this is someone who was never honest from the start. They had ulterior motives to pretending to connect with you, and you've made a complete turnaround, or you will be. You'll be making a complete turnaround from this bullet you dodged. And then the connection between this turnaround, the fulfillment that you're about to step into from the past, is this Knight of Wands energy, which falls right in line with this person here. Because this is very cocky, full of themselves, needing constant validation. This is someone who probably has like 10 chicks in their texting thread, you know, when one's not available, they move on to the next, and they just monkey branch from person to person to person to get their ego stroked. Player energy, insincere, total fuckboy right there. So, I mean, we can get more details. Let's get more details. What can you tell me about this Knight of Wands in reverse? Oh, we got two cards. Two of Wands, the Hierophant. They may have been married. Hierophant, it represents marriage. Two of Wands in reverse. Fear of the unknown. Yeah. This is a fearful person. Emotionally unavailable. Fearful. Somebody who just stays in the loop. King of Swords in reverse. This is somebody with a sharp tongue that can be hurtful with their words. Tower in reverse in the bottom of the deck. Someone who doesn't want change. They're denying reality, and they're keeping up, like there's something that needs to crumble, right? The tower needs to fall. But when it comes upside down, it means that you're resisting, like you're trying to keep the inevitable from happening. And it's just futile. There's no point. Like you gotta let things crumble so you can rebuild better, right? But this person is in denial, complete denial of their reality. And yeah, they're afraid of change. Emotionally unavailable, afraid of emotions, but yet they're sad and lonely, so it's like they want connection. Maybe that's why they have like a rotation of people, you know, on call, because we have the Hermit in reverse, which is loneliness, sadness, isolation. So they're sad and they're alone in their sad little reality, but they're afraid of change and they're afraid of connection. And if this is marriage, it's really sad because they're even alone in their marriage. They're completely alone in their world. Yet they're stuck in a cycle of seeking out the same surface level bullshit that just keeps them stuck in this energy. So yeah, this is definitely a bullet dodged, I would say. And you're recovering from that. But their energy's following you into the future. But I don't see you reconnecting with this person because there's healing here and a complete turnaround and emotional fulfillment, total fulfillment in life, not just emotions like money, finances, love, family, career, all of it. The world completion. So it's like you're completing a cycle here with dealing with people like this. I don't see you being attracted or even the star. You're raising your frequency so these people can't even orbit you. Like they're not even on the same wavelength that you'll be on very soon. You're like in the middle of transitioning into this higher frequency while they're still circling the drain and you're elevating up. Does that make sense? So, and then we have for your obstacle is the Ten of Cups. And I was so confused when this came out because it's a good card. This is like total happiness, happy family, togetherness, bonding, love. This is the ultimate card of happiness. And this is in your challenge position. Why is this a challenge? Why? I'm hearing blind spot. This is maybe your blind spot in the past because I can speak for myself. I've always wanted just like a happy family, and I've had to find that just with me and my kids. Not in the traditional sense. I've never had the traditional happy family, But let's see. Let's see if we can get a clue. Why is the Ten of Cups? Gossip. Why is this the challenge? Okay. Show me, please, the Ten of Cups. Oh. We have divorce. Flew out. We have exhaustion. And the Star again. Bottom of the deck is Five of Pentacles, which is destitution. That's interesting because these are both the same cards as right here. But this card is being left out in the cold, feeling broke, hopeless, sick, just not doing well. But rising above that, overcoming anxiety, fear. Yeah. Okay, so your challenge is to ignore the gossip. So maybe your life, you haven't tasted this. You haven't lived this out, the happy family, the Leave It to Beaver, look at our perfect life, whatever, 2.5 kids and a dog and your SUV or whatever that is to you. And people may be gossiping about your life and about the way your family looks, how it may be different than the status quo. Because we have the Four of Wands here, which is the opposite of happy family. It's the opposite of a marriage. It's basically divorce, feeling left out. So your challenge has something to do with accepting the fact that your happy family doesn't look like everybody else's. And you know what's coming to my mind right now is that Dr. Seuss quote, the people who, what is it? Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. So the ones who mind, the ones who are judging you, they don't fucking matter. Right? Who cares? If anything, going through divorce, going through all the hardships or deconstructing your family because things, for whatever reason, that makes you stronger. That makes you a warrior. That makes you badass. And so your challenge is to remember that. Is to remember that just because you didn't have this picture perfect family doesn't make you any less valuable or weaker or less than anybody else, And if you really wanted to compare, then compare on the opposite spectrum of that and tell yourself you're a badass because you didn't have this and you still made beauty from what you have. Like for me personally, my kids are so loving. I have the most loving, smart, intelligent, compassionate, hardworking. Oh my gosh. They worked at like a Michelin star restaurant here where we live, and the owner just he would not stop. I went into the bar to wait for them to get off work and had a drink, and he sat down and talked to me for a while. He's like, well done. Well done. They are unrivaled. Their work ethic, their integrity, I've never even far exceed any adults that I've ever employed, you know. Um, and I hear that everywhere. So I've raised amazing kids, even though I didn't have this. And people, you know what, honestly, the people who do have this, who look like they've got it all together and project this perfect little picture perfect family. I did it when I was married, and it was hell behind the closed doors. But like the people who work the hardest to project this image are the most miserable ones of all. Honestly. Like, you really don't have anything to prove if you're such a happy family. You're just living your life and doing your thing. But the ones that go out of their way to like frame it and make it look like everything's perfect, that's anyway, I'm going on a huge tangent. This is your challenge. So your challenge is to appreciate what you have, as unconventional as it may look, with divorce, with, you know, separation, exhaustion, because it's exhausting being a single parent. So yeah, this is definitely very specific, but it's for somebody. Ignore the haters and be proud of what your specific family unit looks like. Because you're right on the cusp of breakthrough, of overcoming the destitution, the lack, the poverty. Like, you have the world here. You have fulfillment. You're leaving behind fuckboy energy. And you'll never again attract those types of people into your life. Because you're rising. You're elevating. You're evolving. You're literally becoming untouchable from anyone with bad intentions or people who don't have pure intentions. And you could be attracting a new love who's actually emotionally available, secure, stable, kind, hot as fuck. I mean, don't even get me started on like the bedroom stuff, because Juan's energy is fire, is passion. And then we have this mental peace. So the undercurrent of all this is being comfortable with who you are, being at peace with who you are, being at peace with your past and the lessons you've learned and the tools you've acquired from learning those lessons, right? Not just tools, but puzzle pieces that fit into the bigger picture of understanding yourself at your core. And understanding that it all they're all stepping stones to understanding your own value, to understanding that you are always in the process of becoming your best version. So you can't snub your nose really at the fuckboys of the past, because even they played a role in your evolving into your highest self. And now you're finally, this is the outcome, calling in actual high vibrational love. Not that you don't have love within yourself, but come on, we all want that person that we can lean on, or that can lean on us, or have that reciprocal love, who you can respect and they respect you, and there's this mutual understanding of, I've got your back and you've got mine. I want the best for you, and I know you want the best for me, and I love you, and I can't wait to take your clothes off. Like, you know what I mean? So this is actually a really cool reading. I like it. I'm gonna claim that for me. No, I don't need anybody. I'm just fine. So if you're a man watching this, I'm good. I'm going to Italy. I don't need to get distracted by any, definitely not by any fuckboys. Maybe by a divine masculine. Yeah, I mean, King of Wands is like fire, like absolutely magnetic, charismatic, charming, but not in the deceptive way, more like just a quiet confidence. Nothing to prove, nothing to fear. They've walked through the fire and come out the other end gleaming like pure gold. Heart of gold. And I feel like the two of you are going to foster like a deep sense of peace within each other and a sense of belonging and home. What else can we learn from this King of Wands? And the outcome for my viewers. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, really reciprocal energy, like give and take, very balanced, perseverance. You know, nothing, it's like an unbreakable bond. Nothing is going to be able to break your bond. No amount of highs or lows. Every problem that presents itself, you're going to come together and be like, okay, there's a solution. How do we stay emotionally regulated, right? There's no flying off the handle. There's no feeling chaotic or like you're reacting to life. You're responding, and together. And you know that together you can figure anything out. Oh, there was, this card also was hiding there. Eight of Cups. Typically the Eight of Cups represents like walking away in the end of a relationship, but it's coming up upside down. Avoidance. Scared to move on. Lack of maturity. What is that? No, God, no. Nobody wants an avoidant. If you haven't looked into attachment styles, there's anxious attachment, there's avoidant, there's anxious avoidant, there's secure, which we all aim to, you know, there's the pendulum swing from being anxious to avoidant. Avoidants are actually much like these people in the past here that I described. They're the ones who deeply, deeply to their core crave connection, but as soon as they are faced with true connection or love or secure love, it terrifies them. It scares the shit out of them and they run. Because for whatever reason, as a child or in their childhood or at some point in their formative years, it was embedded in them that it's not safe to love or to feel deep feelings of attachment, or love just wasn't safe for them. And so they run. It's danger. It's like their brain signals danger, danger, danger. So I don't know why avoidant just showed up, but let's see. Page of Wands. Okay, so I just think maybe this king isn't all that I just described. Maybe I was describing my dream guy. Page of Wands is very young energy, so there's still, this king still has his own growth, journey of growth, but so do you. You know, you're healing. This is a card of healing. Page of Wands is like childlike energy, but also cheerful, has a cheerful disposition. So maybe it just means he's very playful energy. But with this avoidant energy and childlike energy, I would say there's still some areas for growth, right? Opportunities for growth. But with the Two of Pentacles, that tells me there's nothing. Like, don't be scared of that, because they're very self-aware and they're able to look in the mirror at themselves and not run from themselves. They're able to face themselves and see what, you know, you both will be able to help each other grow and find peace, mental peace, emotional peace, just a very chill vibe. Let me get one more card on this king. Oh, they are going to view you as their Queen of Cups. This is the most empathic, warm-hearted, feminine archetype in the deck. Queen of Cups is all about love and nurturing and just bonding, togetherness, like quality time, quality touch, just a very soft, feminine, loving energy. And this person is really going to value that about you, your soft, feminine side. All right. Well, since love decided to rear its lovely head, let's get some love cards to close it out. And where am I on time? Oh, I'm almost at 40 minutes. What? I wasn't even going to do reading because I was so tired, but I was like, oh, I can shoot a real quick one. Real quick, my ass. All right. Show me some clues about this high-vibing, true divine counterpart here. Says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Yeah, all this in the past, these fuckboys, these failed attempts at love, the Emotionally unavailable, the avoidance, the people who play games, who use you, all of that has served its purpose. Imagine it all dissolving into light, moving away, moving out of your life as you move into fulfillment and create space for new opportunities in love, for high vibrational love, for love that doesn't run away, for love that owns up, for love that stays, for love that sees their faults, for love that helps you heal and grow and you help them heal and grow, for respect, reciprocity, for a love that feels like home and feels like peace, not confusion, not mixed signals, for a love that's on fire with desire for you and you only. That's worth holding out for. And we'll do a soulmate card since we've got divine partnership here. Oh wow, this is perfect for what we were talking about, your past. You are who you are because of your history. All of it has helped you grow in love and wisdom. Every experience has blessed you in some way. Embrace the past and forgive anything that needs forgiving. Wow, that could not be more fitting for this reading. Forgive the fuckboys. Forgive the players. Forgive the narcissists. Forgive the psychopaths. Forgive the emotionally unavailable and the avoidance. Forgive all of it because all of it served a purpose to get you right here to where you are today, available, healed, and ready to welcome in true love with open arms. Come what may. You know that song from Moulin Rouge? Come what may, come what may, I will love you until my dying day. Oh, come what may. Now I want to watch that movie. I love it. I haven't seen it in years. Come what may. And all of this started with learning to accept yourself and to think about who makes me feel safe to be my real self. And emotional peace, mental peace. And that's how you'll know if it's the real deal or not, is follow the peace. Who does your nervous system relax around? Who do you feel safe? Who do you feel like, oh, okay, I can melt into you? Not this fight or flight, hypervigilant, trauma bonding bullshit. But also be grateful for it because just like this card states, like it all has served a purpose. All right. I love you. I hope you found some value in this. If you did, please consider dropping a comment or smashing that like for me. I'm trying to grow in this space and every interaction helps. So I love you. Mwah, mwah. I'll see you tomorrow.